Have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts and strongest willpower, you keep falling back into the same destructive patterns? What if I told you that 90% of people are trying to break their bad habits completely wrong, and there's a set of psychological tricks that the most successful people use to rewire their brains? In this video, we'll reveal the surprising science behind habit formation and the shocking truth about why willpower alone isn't enough. If you don't master these techniques, you might spend years struggling with the same habits that are holding you back from your true potential. Subscribe now to unlock more life-changing psychological insights that the top 1% use to master their minds. 1. The Twilight Zone Hack: sneaking past your brain's security system. Your brain is most susceptible to change during two specific times of day, right when you wake up and just before you fall asleep. During these twilight periods, your brain transitions through different wave states, making it more receptive to new programming. For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, visualize yourself confidently declining cigarettes during these twilight moments. Olympic athletes often use this technique, imagining their perfect performance just before sleep to enhance their actual performance. 2. The error advantage: why mistakes are your secret weapon. Rather than viewing mistakes as failures, treat them as valuable data points for rewiring your neural pathways. Each error provides crucial information about your habit triggers and weak points. A real-world example is someone trying to stick to a diet. Instead of giving up after eating a cookie, they can analyze what triggered the craving, stress, time of day, location, and adjust their strategy accordingly. 3. The emotional prime directive: rewiring your feeling response circuit. Your brain doesn't actually know the difference between real and imagined emotions. By deliberately rehearsing positive feelings associated with your desired behavior, you can rewire your emotional responses. A practical example is someone overcoming procrastination by spending 5 minutes each morning vividly imagining the satisfaction and relief of completing tasks early. 4. The mental movie method: rehearsing your way to success. Create detailed mental scenarios of successfully breaking your habit, including potential obstacles and your responses to them. This creates new neural pathways before you even take action. A professional speaker might use this by mentally rehearsing their presentation, including how they'll handle technical difficulties or tough questions, making the actual event feel familiar. 5. The anti-shame strategy: why knowledge isn't power focusing on how bad your habit is actually reinforces it through shame and guilt. Instead, redirect your energy toward the benefits of your new behavior. For instance, rather than dwelling on the dangers of excessive social media use, focus on how much more productive and creative you feel when you're fully present in your work. 6. The pattern interrupt protocol: taking back control from your autopilot. Your body runs on autopilot with established habits, but you can regain control by interrupting these patterns at unexpected moments. This requires catching yourself in the act and consciously choosing a different action. For example, if you habitually check your phone while working, practice standing up and doing a quick stretch whenever you feel the urge. One executive broke her stress eating habit by keeping her snacks in a different floor of the office, forcing her to consciously decide if she was truly hungry. 7. The neural connection code: rewiring through routine revolution. Neurons that fire together wire together. This fundamental principle of neuroscience means you need to break the strongest connections in your habit loop. A practical approach is changing the location where you perform habits. Someone breaking a late-night snacking habit might completely rearrange their kitchen or create a rule about not eating in certain rooms. A student struggling with phone addiction successfully broke the habit by studying in the library where phones weren't allowed. 8. The emotional detective strategy: finding your habit's hidden triggers. Every bad habit serves as a solution to an emotional need. By identifying the specific emotion triggering your habit, you can address it directly with healthier alternatives. A person who stress shops might discover their spending spikes during work deadlines and replace shopping with brief meditation sessions. Another example is someone who bites their nails during anxiety-inducing meetings, switching to holding a stress ball instead. 9. The memory mastery method: shortening your emotional reactions. You can control how long you want an emotional reaction to last by managing your refractory period. Instead of dwelling on triggering events for hours or days, learn to process and release them quickly. A sales professional might use this technique to bounce back quickly from rejection, taking a brief moment to note any lessons learned before moving on to the next opportunity. 10. The reward system reboot. Tricking your brain's pleasure center. Your brain's reward system is outdated, still prioritizing immediate gratification over long-term benefits. Create new reward pathways by celebrating small victories in breaking bad habits with healthy rewards. For instance, someone quitting social media might reward themselves with a 10-minute nature walk for every hour they stay off their phone. Or someone breaking a sugar addiction might treat themselves to a relaxing bath after refusing dessert. 11. The curiosity catalyst. Breaking autopilot through wonder. Develop a habit of being curious about your surroundings rather than critical of your behavior. This naturally breaks the autopilot mode that sustains bad habits. A recovering workaholic might practice this by taking wonder walks during lunch breaks, observing details in their environment they've never noticed before. Another example is someone breaking a nail-biting habit by becoming fascinated with hand care and nail art. 12. The fear embrace protocol. Making friends with uncertainty. Your body naturally resists change because the unknown feels threatening. Rather than fighting this fear, acknowledge it as a natural part of the change process. A public speaker who used to rely on alcohol to calm their nerves might learn to welcome pre-presentation jitters as a sign of readiness. Someone quitting comfort eating might learn to sit with uncomfortable emotions instead of immediately trying to soothe them. 13. The present moment power play. Starting fresh. Each day. Most people begin their day trapped in past patterns and memories. Break this cycle by consciously focusing on present moment experiences each morning. A former smoker might replace their morning cigarette routine with a mindful tea ceremony, focusing entirely on the sensations of preparing and drinking the tea. A chronic worrier might start their day with a gratitude walk, noting 5 new things they appreciate each morning. 14. The immediate action initiative. Why waiting equals failure. Waiting for external circumstances to change before breaking a habit only strengthens the neural pathways you're trying to break. Take action now, even if conditions aren't perfect. A person wanting to exercise more might start with just 1 push-up each morning rather than waiting to join a gym. Someone planning to quit caffeine might start reducing intake today rather than waiting for a less stressful period at work. 15. The mindfulness multiplier. Accelerating your results. While meditation isn't required for these techniques, it significantly amplifies their effectiveness by developing metacognition, your ability to observe your own thoughts objectively. A business executive might use short meditation sessions between meetings to reset their stress responses. A student might practice mindfulness to catch themselves before falling into procrastination patterns. If you're intrigued by these psychological insights and want to unlock more secrets about reprogramming your mind for success, our channel is your gateway to transformation. Each video reveals another piece of the puzzle in building an extraordinary life. The journey to breaking bad habits is just the beginning. Click the link in the description to access our exclusive guide on advanced mind mastery techniques that we couldn't fit in this video. Your future self will thank you for taking action today.